Are you ready to meet the real 007?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Think of the most famous spies. I'm talking Bond, Bourne, Powers. Now here's the thing, I wanna break it to you guys. These are not real spies. These are fictional spies played by actors in motion pictures. But I don't want to burst your bubble completely today. In fact, today I want to restore your faith in fake movies being real by highlighting celebrities who were actually spies.
And celebrities have a long history of wanting to be somehow involved in law enforcement. It's pretty well known that Elvis Presley, asked President Nixon if he could be an undercover DEA agent, and supposedly asked for a badge and a gun. And it is not clear whether or not Nixon went through with that.
Probably not a good idea.
But it probably wasn't. But we're gonna be talking about some people who they were definitely doing some spying on the side, starting with one of the greatest recording artists of all time, strangers in the night, exchanging glances. I'm talking about Frank Sinatra, who sang this song. I hope you know who he is, and if you don't, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay.
He sounds different than that a little bit, in a better way.
Old Blue Eyes is what they called him, and he had serious ties to the mafia.
Of course he did. And the mafia is not a spy organization, just to clarify. So he was a mobster.
Well, you got to hold on so I can get back to the tie with the thing.
Okay.
You know. Okay, so he was really involved with the giant Chicago
Tommy gun, see?
Mobster Sam Giancana, and the question is, if everybody knew that Old Blue Eyes was doing this stuff on the side, why was he never arrested? Well, it so goes that he made a deal with the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency.
Ooh.
Okay, they said they would overlook his dealings with organized crime if Sinatra would act as a courier for them. So basically what he would do is, Sinatra flies all over the world in a private jet, right? And he goes into all kinds of different countries. And so he's like, I can take secret documents and foreign diplomats in my jet, and we can get through customs without being stopped because, hey baby, I'm Frank Sinatra. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me. Fly me to the moon and let me take some secret documents.
Yeah, there's the reason why those weren't the lyrics.
Right.
Matter of fact,
because that would have kind of blown its cover.
It didn't fit and it blew the cover.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But that was in the stipulations. And now, Frank, don't write these in any lyrics. Like, I spied my way. Come on, let me work it a little bit.
Yeah, go.
No,
Whatever you want to do.
That was it. Whatever I want to do.
So
I
anyway,
got one.
Well,
are you done with
But the
Frank?
reason this all came out is
Okay.
because a lot of people theorized about this, but then after his death, his daughter wrote a book and kind of told all this stuff.
It all came out.
Yeah.
Buy the book.
Yeah. Thanks, Tina.
Not a sponsor. Man, I wish Frank Sinatra was a sponsor.
His daughter's name.
I got one here. Cary Grant, AKA Archibald Leach.
Oh, that's catchy.
And now you're trying to figure out which name am I actually trying to recognize. Cary Grant is a famous Hollywood actor from the 30s and 40s. I don't know why he didn't keep Archie Leach.
Archie Link.
Archie Leach is a
I think I know
great
why he
star
changed
power
it.
name. Why?
Because Cary Grant's a lot better.
It is. Now, if you don't know Cary Grant, which you probably don't because you don't watch black and white movies, think of him like if PewDiePie, and you put an L at it, if PewDiePie was George Clooney and he was in black and white movies, that's who Cary Grant would be. Now, in 1939, the British intelligence agency, MI6, which you've heard of, began recruiting top Hollywood talent to help them sniff out possible Nazi sympathizers. Oh. So he's like, using his suave and debonair ways, I'm Cary Grant. I'm in black and white movies. You know me. I'm sniffing out
I'm not a Nazi.
your Nazi ties.
I just like sauerkraut. Hey, listen, it's fermented. It's good for you. I like it on my dogs.
This man is a Nazi. And that's what he would turn to the nearest camera and say it dramatically, and then they'd haul him away.
It? They did it by sauerkraut?
That's not how they did it, but
That's how I would do it.
He was effective. Listen to this. He he pointed out that Errol Flynn, another famous actor at the time, who was the original Robin Hood, had Nazi ties. He was a Nazi sympathizer.
Oh, of course.
It was rumored that he even met with Hitler.
How did that go down?
I don't know. I love the tights. I don't know.
And your haircut.
And your haircut, your Dutch boy haircut. I don't know.
He probably didn't wear the outfit. I'm guessing that he didn't meet Hitler in the outfit, but I like to think that he did.
Yeah,
I like to think that
Robin from the Rich given to
Robin
the Nazis.
Hood and little Hitler sitting on a tree. Do.
Cary Grant didn't sing. Is that a?
That's a song, you know.
Okay, but that's not a Frank
Robin
Sinatra.
Hood and Little John.
I know.
It's
Roger
Miller.
Leave Roger Miller out of this.
Yeah,
He's
Roger
not
Miller.
a Nazi sympathizer.
Roger Miller was not a Nazi.
Errol
But he
Flynn,
did sing that song about Robin Hood and Hitler.
No, he
Little
didn't.
John is Hitler.
Errol Flynn was never arrested, and Cary Grant was angry about it. Because then they would meet in movies and then be like, "Oh, I'm mad at you because what you did." It was drama.
Sauerkraut. Okay. Julia Child, speaking of sauerkraut, she was not a Nazi. She was a spy. And if you don't know who Julia Child was, she was a woman who introduced French cooking to America, and she spoke like a Muppet.
If you don't know who Julia Child was, you still don't know after listening to.
She talked like this, and she was
Rhett's
very big.
impersonation.
And she introduced French cooking to America, and she was not joking when she talked like this.
That's actually not bad, even though I've never heard her actually talk.
She was not doing an impersonation of a Muppet. She was just cooking turkeys and souffles. I love it when a souffle comes out right.
Was this parallel spy and cooking star like?
Well, I would like to do my entire thing in this Julia Child impersonation.
No, don't pop in and out of it. Yeah, let's pop in and out of it.
All right, and just for point of reference, because you did it for the people at home, this is like the Rosanna Pansino of French cooking. Okay.
Okay.
Picture.
They get it.
Her.
They get
it. She actually applied for this thing called WAVE during World War II, Women Accepted for Voluntary Emergency Service, which was just a division of the Navy. She was rejected because, you may not know, I was 6'3", very tall for a woman. And I never understood this whole principle because I'm too tall for the military. Don't you want the big people in the military?
No, they can't.
Don't you want the big people to come out over the hill? Look at that, they got a bunch of giants.
They have to fit in.
Why do we have to just sit back and...
Cockpits, man.
Anyway.
You gotta cram you people in cockpits.
But she was so undeterred that she continued to pursue this dream to work for, to work in the war, that she ended up becoming a member of the OSS, that was a predecessor to the CIA, the Office of Strategic Services, an intelligence agency. And she worked she worked her way up to become the head of the registry in Kunming, China. So just let me put this into perspective. Julia Child was dealing with secret documents. As many times as I've stuffed a turkey, I've also dealt with secret documents.
I wonder if she ever stuffed a turkey with secret documents.
Unfortunately, yes, and I served it to the Prime Minister of Zimbabwe.
Oh, you did it by accident?
Accidentally, he got a secret document in his esophagus.
Choking on secret documents.
I had to give him a Heimlich. I invented that as well. She did not invent the Heimlich.
That's a great assassin move there. You killed two birds with one stone.
What a woman, though!
Secret document and an assassination.
She's making Peking duck.
What a woman. A tall, cooking woman.
All right.
Who's a spy. That's my type. All right, I've got my favorite one, Christopher Lee, a.k.a. Saruman of Lord of the Rings.
Rest in peace.
Supervillain. He was also Dracula and Dooku.
Yes.
And many other things.
Right.
Count Dooku.
Did a lot of things.
He died of sheer awesomeness. When you've been awesome for 93 years, he can check out in style.
Yeah, he did. He was voluntary.
So, R.I.P. VIP, Christopher Lee.
Oh, wow.
If it's not too late, we can still put that on a T-shirt. All right, but here's the story. He not only played a Bond villain as a role, he played the deadly assassin Francisco Scaramanga in The Man with the Golden Gun. He actually was a deadly assassin in World War II, Rhett. He volunteered for the British Royal Air Force, but was placed in the intelligence department. Why? Because he looked like Saruman. Probably.
I doubt he went into that interview looking like that.
Maybe he had a lightsaber.
He had a buzz cut. I'm almost sure he had a buzz cut, but he still had the eyeballs.
He was promoted
and the eyebrows
to the and he was doing heavy metal. Like he had a band.
He had a band.
He did. That's a fact. Citation needed. Special operations executive is what he was promoted to, and little known fact. At least I didn't know it, or I only knew it a little. Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond 007, was also in the Special Operations Executive. So, he based his James Bond writings on his experience there. Christopher Lee was there. Could he be at least part of the real 007?
You're speculating.
No, they were definitely both there.
But then he played a villain. He didn't let him actually play Bond.
No, he didn't, but he may have.
Because it would have been too close.
Right. You gotta keep,
too obvious.
can't blow the cover.
You can't have 007 play 007. Sorry,
my gaze pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh. That was his call line.
Oh.
That was well before Lord of the
Rings.
I remember that. He was also in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Well, no, that's what the branch was called. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So, let's see if we can have a spot of tea with perhaps some poison for the man.
Okay, and maybe we'll stab him in his abdomen.
Oh no, let's stab him in the back. It would be more ungentlemanly.
Oh yes, it would be.
And look, there's an old lady crossing the street. Shall we help her?
I could give him a wet willy. Is that bad enough?
Oh, you're gonna assassinate the old lady with a wet willy?
A little nipple twister.
Oh goodness, not the old lady. I'm talking about the lady crossing the street.
It's really twisty.
It's also the Ministry of Inappropriate Warfare. Okay. Christopher Lee, rest in peace, VIP. Whatever I said earlier, it really fit together better that time.
But it does make you wonder, are there any current Hollywood stars who are doing this on the side?
I don't know.
Theorize in the comments, let us know.
Could be Internetainers.
Yes, well.
Stuffing turkeys with documents.
That would never happen. Thanks for liking and commenting.
You know what time it is.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Wynne.
And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Show your mythicality in public by getting a good Mythical Morning T-shirt available at RhettandLink.com/store.
Or wear it secretly as a spy. Click through to Good Mythical More. We had a friend who almost became a spy until we got involved. We'll tell you that story. Congratulations to
At Amadeus_Wolf. You win a bad dad joke. Hey Link, why did at Amadeus_Wolf change his iPod's name to Titanic?
Because it was sinking. Had a nice waffle together. We each had our own waffle.
Oh, so you actually did eat. Yes, I
I
didn't eat.
I made the CIA pay for my waffle, man.
Oh,